Scared? Come and get it. Welcome back dudes, it's time to fight some spiders. Arachnes are the new enemies for this mission and they are not easy to deal with. While their two primary attacks are easy to avoid, actually scoring blows on them can be a nightmare. They hop all over the place, take a lot of hits to stun, and have ranged attacks with quiet audio cues that can seemingly come out of nowhere if you're not on point with your camera control. They're erratic enough that you can't really assign a formula to them like with greeds back in Mission 7, so it comes down to just playing well and making sure you don't make a mistake. Because of their movement, racking up style points is hard too. The ideal scenario is finishing two off at the same time with a Devil Trigger explosion, hopefully giving you an SSS on both kills, but you really have to go with your gut to know whether or not their health is low enough to finish them off. It's also easy to lose track of which is which because they're always flitting on and off camera. The fire from Agni and Rudra does bonus damage to the spiders, but I found using this weapon just put me at more risk. Although you hit hard, the attacks are slow and unwieldy, and staying mobile and being flexible is more important than killing them off quickly. If you're caught mid-swing on a lot of Agni and Rudra's attacks, you're locked into the move till it finishes, which is a problem when they can attack at any time and you need to be ready to jump out of the way. The Enigma room here exists solely to annoy people going for SS ranks, I think. You can get past without Quicksilver and it's not particularly hard, but the risk of getting hit is not negligible, and without time stop you're kind of at the game's mercy. After you make it past the two at the highest part of the area, you can manipulate the camera to keep all of them off screen and stop them attacking you. I try to get as much Devil Trigger meter as possible from the last guy because I need it for the next room. Killing the greed and the first couple of enemies it spawns isn't really a necessity, but it gets me some style points which are at a premium in this mission, and some orbs too. It's basically impossible to get hit in this room if you play it safe like I do here, and it doesn't mess with future Devil Trigger management, so I threw it in just in the off chance I wouldn't have enough style or orbs without it. Better safe than sorry. The second Arachne fight is the same as the first one, but with an extra spider on the second wave. This doesn't change the overall strategy, but you do have to play a little more safely because with three of them jumping around and screaming, it's easy to get your audio cues mixed up or for one to drown another out. When you kill one of these guys, there are two things that can happen, depending on what state they're in. If they're just in their neutral stance, they'll keel over and die like any other enemy, but if they're knocked down, in a combo state, or on their back about to fire a web, they'll split in half and a ton of babies will fall out, and man, these things are a pain. They'll jump on Dante, and after a set period of time they'll bite him and do some damage. The only way to ditch them when they're latched onto you is to pop Devil Trigger, so you pretty much have to hold onto your meter when these guys are on the field. If another proper enemy is alive in the area, the babies can't be targeted, so you have to be careful where you fight and make sure one doesn't sneak onto you when you're focusing on the action, or it's lights out. Thankfully, Nevin is the easiest part of the mission. With Quicksilver she can be taken down effortlessly in 4 time stops, but if you want the SS you're going to have to slow it down. Even with good combos against the Arachnes, you're still going to be low on style points unless you stop to take other fights. As a result, you're stuck playing with your food for a while. With some quick rockets and a fully charged Beowulf dash punch, you can completely eliminate her bat shield in one blow. After killing off a certain number of bats, her dress will shrink and she'll be lower to the ground. But more importantly, if you have an attack out with a large number of active frames that hits many times, it will be reset and hit again if she changes size while you've got it out there, evaporating her shield and making your attack look far more powerful than it actually is. For the first time stop, this is what the strategy would be if I was simply looking to kill her as fast as possible. After blowing up her bat shield, certain weapons such as Kalina or Spiral can knock her down and increase the time she's stunned for. But having her lower to the ground makes the repeating dive kicks harder to execute, and if you're bad like me you'll probably end up just doing less damage than if you'd left her standing. Every attack she has a different voice line and a huge amount of time to prepare, so with some practice she's basically a game of Simon Says. What attack she chooses can be manipulated somewhat based on where you stand relative to her, but they're all easy enough to avoid that I chose to just let her do whatever she wants till I get my opening. For some reason her lightning floor attack can't hit you if you're on the stairs, even though they're pretty clearly electrified. I'm not sure if this is a design oversight or an intentional choice, but I'll take what I can get. When she reaches the last phase, she's basically done. By standing at the edges of the room and double jumping, She's never going to hit you with her kiss attack, and by popping Quicksilver she can't hit you even if you don't attempt to dodge, leading to a simple and easy finish. That should have hopefully covered everything. That was mission 9, hope you guys enjoyed watching, see you next time.